WWE presents Extreme Rules.
Ah! Spelling bee jump scares!
The rules for this are simple.
How could a kid participating in a spelling bee not figure out that it requires you to spell words, Paul?
Can I have a definition, please?
Sure, here's your definition. The level of anger that Christian Maracle achieves when he finds so many cliches and sins at a WWE pay-per-view event.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Sure, here's your sentence. Your parents conceived you by taking things to the extreme in bed, which actually involved flamethrowers, gasoline, a priest, and a live stream of Frozen playing on Disney+. Extreme.
Can I have the words place of origin?
How the fuck would I know who came up with the word extreme and where it was first created? What am I, a time traveler? Just spell the damn word! I wonder, what if the kid misspelled the word extreme after everything he asked for? Paul Heyman would definitely drop his head on this desk.
It is the one night every match!
Yep, it's the one night a year where every match is extreme. It only took WWE 11 freaking years to actually do that again. Although I'll take a sin off because, thanks to Triple H, Extreme Rules is being done the proper way once again. Thank God. I'm cool with one commentator from Raw and the other from SmackDown calling the premium live events, but can we at least alternate them for every other show? Like Michael Cole and Corey Graves called this event, and then we get Kevin Patrick and Wade Barrett called the next one? Having the same commentators instead of switching things up could get boring after a while. I know, I'm excited to see the reveal of the one behind the cute little bunny too, but could we not do this while we're trying to actually watch something else, please? Kinda takes away the attention from the Donnybrook match. I love that Imperium is back together as a team, but don't tease me with Gunther's former theme song all just to play his current one. You actually had me thinking he brought it back. I love his current theme, but don't tease me like that. Butch is actually dancing along to Imperium's theme. I bet Sheamus and Ridge Holland ignored it because they know he's a wacko anyway. No one cares what's trending. The good old-fashioned Donnybrook match kicked off with epic action immediately. That's when I knew we were in for a hell of an extreme night. Why would you cut away from Gunther hitting his signature chops on Butch? Shame on you, production team.
I think he just threw a bucket of nuts at me!
I bet Ludwig Kaiser wanted Corey Graves to choke on those nuts. Wait, no, I didn't say that right. Fuck!
The picture of Sheamus' grandfather!
Why would Sheamus even bring out a picture of his grandfather for a match that's guaranteed to shatter in some capacity? I'd keep that shit in a safe place.
Imperium, yeah, Holland and
Take that, Barrel. Yeah, I just rolled you around. What you gonna do about it?
by Vinci! I want the barricades now!
Easily breakable barricade is easily breakable. Neither Giovanni Vinci nor Butch went sailing into it. They just leaned against it and it fell apart just like that. Well, holy shit. Forget about shillelaghs, barrels, glass, or any other type of weapon that can be used. Those many chops from Gunther just might be the most brutal thing in this match alone because of the power.
The power!
I don't mean to sound disrespectful by any means, but Ridge Holland had better work on these risk-taking moves because Giovanni Vinci almost became the next Big E the way he landed on the canvas. Badass pose, but a little bit of time is being wasted as a result of this. Imperium better stay on the attack of the Brawling Brutes if you ask me.
Finished yet? And either are Butch...
Sheamus and Ridge Holland are beating down Gunther. Meanwhile, Butch is beating up the air. Either that or he's practicing his dance moves for the upcoming recital. Shillelaghs are very tough to break, so to see one split in half as a result of connecting with Sheamus' back, holy shit, this is an awesome match to start Extreme Rules. Meanwhile, on this far side of the arena. Damn! Just, holy fuck. I got chills watching things like this. This is a feud that could go on for months and months, and I personally wouldn't give a shit because it's so damn good.
For the win! Hook of the leg! And Vinci...
Gunther was looking around wondering where Giovanni and Ludwig were, and if he was that alert to the situation, couldn't he have easily kicked out at 1? Or even before a 1 count? He wasn't exactly unconscious here.
Watch out! Butch on the back!
Is this match seriously just over 15 minutes? Come on, give them another 15. I could sit here and watch this shit all day long.
And a Celtic cross!
What the hell. Let's just restart the sin counter at 0 and move on from there. I don't see anything really wrong here.
I'm surprised to see you here at Extreme Rules.
That's what I'm saying. The Miz is not scheduled to perform at Extreme Rules, and all he does is have a few confrontations with Gritty the Philadelphia mascot, and then get choked up by Dexter Lumis for the 100th time. The CGI graphics are irritating at times, but this has taken the irritation to the extreme. The Extreme Rules logo is literally blocking the view of what's coming up next. Move out of the way, I'm trying to watch. Also, while I know we're trying to have at least one Extreme Rules match on the card, I prefer that this match be a submission match after the controversy that took place at SummerSlam. Sure, Liv Morgan loses anyway, but if it were under submission circumstances, the pressure would be turned up higher than this match. Just putting that out there.
Hooters Barbie may think she's extreme.
Hooters Barbie? Nah, that would be better suited toward Kelly Kelly, not Liv Morgan. Kelly was more of the definition of a Barbie diva. Hell, her actual name is Barbie. Sting Morgan. I'm just saying, can we please fix up the women's titles in WWE with the strap length? Because it's just weird to see one long side while the other is tiny as hell.
First Extreme Rules match happened back in 2010.
So we're just going to ignore the fact that Jeff Hardy has been competing in Extreme Rules matches since 2008, specifically at WrestleMania 25 against his brother. Sorry, but the match between Jack Swagger and Randy Orton in 2010 is not the first ever Extreme Rules match. Also, if someone says they don't want to name drop either of the Hardy Boys, Michael Cole name dropped Jack Swagger, who's also in AEW. So what's your excuse now? If Ronda Rousey wants to make sure Liv Morgan doesn't use a weapon, couldn't she just throw the bat away? Like throw it at the stage or something?
Introducing the baseball bat into this battle.
Liv Morgan hasn't realized that Ronda Rousey just turned her back on her. That might explain why Liv hasn't taken advantage of the opportunity. This is Ronda Rousey we're talking about here, so get her while you have the chance. Ronda wasting valuable time debating about whether or not she wants to use the baseball bat against Liv, which leads to Liv taking advantage with a hidden weapon of her own.
Oh, wait! Oh my God, that's ice cold!
You would know, John Cena once sprayed the shit out of you with a fire extinguisher. Good times, good times.
Advantage! Ronda, though, with a Piper's Pit!
That wasn't a Piper's Pit. That was Ronda flipping Liv right over her to counter the side Russian leg sweep. Ronda would have fallen over with Liv to hit Piper's Pit.
Scary about that, Corey, as Morgan now comes off the stick.
Liv Morgan could clearly see that Ronda had her hands on the baseball bat and didn't once put the puzzle pieces together that Ronda was going to hit her with it. Maybe the reason Liv lost the match is because she can't think straight. Not gonna lie, that was a great strategy by Ronda Rousey to tie up Liv Morgan with her black belt and do more damage. This is pretty extreme.
Oh!
Liv Morgan got whacked all over the place by Ronda's black belt and then got hit by a freaking baseball bat like 10 to 15 times, yet she's easily striking back like nothing happened. No selling is always a pain in my ass. Liv Morgan can't even put a table through the ring properly. This is why wrestlers should always put tables in the ring upside down so that the legs can't open up on their own.
Table and Ronda.
Those are deadly table shots to Liv's hands. They're hard to watch, but not because that's gotta hurt, sadly.
Liv Morgan here, right outside our now.
Ronda Rousey somehow didn't see that Liv Morgan had a chair in her hands. I guess neither one of them have ring awareness. Now we're even.
Oh, and
Why is it that the only good thing about this match is the weapon violence? Anytime wrestling moves are performed, they're always being botched.
necessarily worked. That one did.
I don't know what's a bigger botch, Ronda actually collapsing the first time, or the fact that this move would never logically cause Ronda to go sailing through the ropes into the post. The way Liv kicks her up, Ronda would have hit the top turnbuckle.
#1 in the States.
Oh, come on, Ronda. You could have at least kicked the chair back at Liv or something, or roll out of the way.
Bothering Ronda.
Missed opportunity to hit the code red with the chair and then quickly pick Ronda back up and tackle her through the waiting table. Perhaps then Liv would have retained the title. Liv Morgan smiling like a wicked evil witch actually intrigued me more than Ronda Rousey winning back the SmackDown Women's Championship, because Liv never did that throughout the build-up. Holy shit, the possibilities. Although I also feel bad because Liv Morgan was the victim of poor booking in her title reign. She only previously beat Ronda Rousey by escaping, then proved she could beat Shayna Baszler fair and square. Yet when there's no escape route possible, Liv can't get the job done. Something doesn't add up at all.
Wants to reset the current timeline.
Karrion Kross works for the Time Variance Authority confirmed. Someone look out for Loki. He might be nearby.
By pinfall or submission.
A strap match without the win by touching all four corners rule doesn't feel much like a strap match to me. I know it existed for years, but I'm just saying, it was a lot more fun to drag your opponent while touching all four corners. No joke, I actually looked up and thought that Kane had interrupted Drew McIntyre's entrance for a moment. I just got mind-fucked.
The Siren of Sin.
Yes, Michael? Oh, wait, you were talking about Scarlett. Sorry, I heard you say Siren of Sin and thought you were talking about me. Wait a minute. No, I'm not the Siren of Sin. I'm the God of Sins. Gotta remember that.
A country whipping match, Cole. There's no bubble wrap involved.
Thank you for reminding me of that horrible match involving Michael Cole, Corey, or any Michael Cole match from 2011. Well, since Karrion Kross doesn't want to utilize the strap against Drew McIntyre, it's safe to say that he forfeits the match. That was the easiest win of Drew McIntyre's career.
Cole. And again.
Pre-match assault, one that lasts about as long as the actual match itself, or maybe even longer, who knows.
Setting neck and
Ow, my hand!
Kross still has not tied himself to the strap.
Thanks, Michael. I totally did figure that out based off the fact that there's no strap attached to Karrion's wrist. Drew McIntyre had a choice between the ring apron and the steel stairs and picked the former. The ring apron may be the hardest part of the ring, but come on, the stairs would have been the more extreme option. Given how Scarlett is the reason Drew was assaulted earlier before the match could begin, why is Drew hesitating? No offense, but if she's not afraid to get whipped by a strap, giggity, then just go for it. She's vile, cruel, and wants you to hit her. I'm not saying these two should be as fast as the Donnybrook match earlier, but you can easily tell that they're being slow in this match so that neither gets tangled up in the strap. And when you're obviously being careful instead of trying to hide it, it doesn't look as good. Scarlett is so fucking horny, isn't she? Is she getting flashbacks to all the times her and Carrie were in bed? I'm just gonna stop.
WWE Universe has fallen silent because of how this brutality has been.
Sorry, but I don't think that's the reason why the fans in attendance have gone silent. This match just isn't as good as the first two.
Oh, what the hell?
Victory due to outside interference is always a sin, and what a shame too, because this was just starting to get good and Karrion Kross doesn't need Scarlett to win matches.
And now it's time to kill what I created.
WWE plays the build-up to the I Quit match between Edge and Finn Balor, yet that's not what's coming up next. And if that's the case, why are we playing it? Honestly, they should have just had Dexter Lumis knock out The Miz in the first backstage promo, because this literally goes on for the entire night, all just for Dexter to knock out Miz and enjoy life with Gritty.
Damage control, all the tag team division.
Not exactly difficult to own the women's tag team division when there's little to no teams around the place. That was the easiest task to accomplish ever. I'll actually take a sin off here. WWE tends to have the championship belts hanging low above the ring so that they're easy to reach. But here, the Raw Women's Championship is about the height of a Jeff Hardy-style ladders match, and I love it. Gives Bianca Belair and Bayley a major challenge. Even the Shockmaster wouldn't fall for you sign. This guy with his funny random signs, he's already a legend.
Ellie, what type of strategy?
Damn, only 10 seconds into the match and that escalated quickly.
Sounds cliche, but you need to incapacitate.
Actually, what does sound cliche is constantly bringing up the rules as though we don't know how it works, Corey. You're close, though, and I know you're a big fan. Bayley also is a big fan of mine, because I guarantee she just wanted me to say this. First ladder introduced is too small to reach the prize cliche. Incoming Marks getting mad saying, Bayley doesn't even know you! Clearly not capable of taking a joke. There's a much bigger ladder perfectly set up underneath the Raw Women's Championship, yet Bayley and Bianca fight over a ladder that definitely won't get them to the title.
It's got daylight.
Bianca has enough speed and stamina to quickly climb the ladder to her title. Instead, she slowly takes her time pushing the ladder in her hands outside the ring before starting to climb.
I don't know what to expect in the early moments when it...
Bayley pushing Bianca Belair into the corner with the ladder somehow shut off the LED lights. Unless...
And Bayley! Oh!
That move would have gotten a sin removed from the counter. If only Bianca didn't jump backward on her own accord and make it look like Bayley did nothing to throw her. Damn, maybe next time.
Oh, and driving!
That looked more like Bayley pushed the ladder out of the ring while Bianca simply fell off the apron from exhaustion rather than impact.
How about the mean streak?
If the ladder could be broken that easily, it was obviously damaged before it was even placed underneath the ring. Also, there are dozens of ladders surrounding the ringside area, but Bayley thinks, nah, none of these will do. Let me find another ladder under the ring, one that looks exactly the same as the others.
You gotta climb the ladder and grab the title.
Bayley just waiting for Bianca Belair to put herself on the ladder. Yeah, like she's just gonna roll into the ladder that would definitely hurt her. Put Bianca inside the ladder yourself. This fan's not so impressed reaction is likely an internet meme by now. Bayley needs that knee brace to compete due to her multiple muscle tears, so logically the first thing she does is take it apart, which could damage Bianca, of course, but also damage Bayley's surgically repaired knee. This double KOD had potential, but unfortunately, Io Sky had to readjust herself several times, which causes Bianca Belair to lose a lot of her strength and merely dump damage control off of her shoulders. What a shame. Rather than immediately climbing the ladder after connecting the Rose Plant, Bayley drags Bianca Belair so that she can be placed underneath the ladder and use her strength to push Bayley off. This takes over a minute for her to do, which allowed Bianca to recover.
No, pressing the ladder up!
Bayley had enough awareness and height to simply drop off the ladder and land on her feet in this moment. Come on, girls, what the hell is going on here? Ceiling cam, and it's not even on a replay.
Oh! Being on the champion!
Bianca Belair literally hit her face out the ladder, then fell 10 feet to the canvas below, yet is back up in seconds. Stop no-selling moves, for fuck's sake!
Bayley still has the ladder in hand!
Couldn't Bayley have just let go of the ladder piece? I mean, it wasn't exactly attached to her or anything. Hey look, a fan camera taking video of Adam Rose's bunny. Boy, this is just awkward since we already saw the hype-up video for this I Quit match earlier on in the show. Now we get to see it twice in 40 minutes. Plot twist, Finn Balor is slowly walking to the ring because he actually can't see in his mask and didn't have time to take it out before his music hit.
No pinfall submission.
In case somehow you didn't figure out that the way to win a match literally titled an I Quit match is to make your opponent say those words.
Whipped into the corner and Finn...
Technically, it's what you wanted, Edge. Weren't you the one who requested this I Quit match against Finn Balor in the first place?
We've seen about Finn Balor, Corey.
Sure, referee who has been officiating matches involving Edge for decades, Edge is totally gonna quit from one single hit to his knee. He's that weak. Hell, Finn Balor didn't even tell the referee to ask Edge if he quit either.
Get that out of my face!
I love good humor in an I Quit match. Kinda reminds me of the time John Cena playfully taunted The Miz when threatened with a weapon. Good times.
And Finn very wisely.
The fans are chanting, "We want Wyatt." Yes, I understand. The White Rabbit stuff is exciting and all, but have some fucking patience, folks. We'll get there when we get there.
No.
The referee asks if Edge quits, Edge declines, and the referee still holds the microphone to his face. Is he deaf or something?
Oh!
Alright, this was a funny scene. With every smack on the announce desk, someone in the crowd said, "You still suck" to Finn Balor. I am loving the humor. Begging for mercy. As Edge is practically the master of heel wrestlers, even he knows better than to fall for that. Right?
What that?
That one single tackle with a hockey stick was perhaps the only cool thing that has ever happened involving the Philadelphia Flyers. Edge, you do realize that Finn Balor can't physically say "I quit" when he's got a hockey stick lodged in his mouth, right? I'm surprised the barricade didn't immediately collapse given how sensitive it was early on in the show.
Official can't even stop the match.
I wouldn't disagree with Chad Patton if that were his decision.
Well, that makes one of you. Meanwhile, the rest of the world would absolutely despise that decision. Finn Balor be like, "You better say I quit or else I'll fart in your face. Last warning, I've been holding this in."
Edge down. Balor!
Wrestler who sets up a chair in between the turnbuckles tends to be the one who ends up flying into it, cliche.
Balor! Edge! Spear!
That was a great spear right into the Judgment Day. I'm just glad everybody was actually hit in this occasion instead of someone falling for the joy of falling down. Well done.
For the love of God, Edge, just say I quit!
Michael Cole is starting to bring back the genuine emotion portion of his commentary, and I'm all in for it. Fucking love how much he's allowed to express himself on commentary thanks to Triple H.
Somebody do something about this!
I fucking love Michael Cole.
Beth Phoenix and El Priest! Yeah, come on, Dominic!
The arrival of Beth Phoenix just made this even more exciting. This brawl, all who are involved, and Michael Cole adding into the intensity. It's fucking bone-chilling.
Here we go!
Let's fucking go!
Go!
You fucking understood how you got that piece of shit! Edge is a dick to Dominic's Mysterios. Sorry about that.
Damn it!
This whole ending. This whole fucking ending. I was actually feeling sick to my stomach and trembling with anxiety. WWE hasn't been this good in years, and it's really showing here. Personally, if I were The Miz, I would have done that the first time Gritty was interrupting and following me.
No escape.
Well, I mean, technically the wrestlers could still escape the cage since there isn't exactly a roof above them. Of course, in terms of marketing, it's smart to have UFC legend Daniel Cormier as the referee for the Fight Pit match, but in terms of storytelling, his arrival is just random.
Video on YouTube.
YouTube.
That was a great interview, by the way.
Delayed pyrotechnics likely because Matt Riddle normally jumps over the top rope and then kicks his flip-flops off. In this case, he has no ropes to kick them, but still, delayed pyro. Damn, Seth Rollins' cosplays never end, and this one is hilariously entertaining. We're in Philadelphia, home of ECW, so why not parody Rob Van Dam? Awesome.
With Riddle. Period. Point.
More "We Want Wyatt" chants. Jesus, heading into tonight, everyone figured the big reveal would take place after the main event. The fact that they want this match over with just so they can see it is disgusting and disrespectful. This is actually an entertaining event.
You're gonna fight him, not me.
One thing I enjoyed is DC not taking any shit from either Matt Riddle or Seth Rollins. When he gets pushed away, he lays down the law in a scary manner given his background.
You're a loser!
Monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness, and inside of the Fight Pit cage, would you want to be pissing off Matt Riddle?
6! Stop it!
DC is fucking hilarious tonight. Seth Rollins demands that he counts faster, so DC continues to count at the same speed he was previously, but making sure to do it in Seth's face, as a way of saying, "My count is fast enough, you dick." Matt Riddle's been down for quite a while, and Seth Rollins isn't doing anything, so why is DC just standing around not counting at all?
Stop! Stop!
Riddle, Cormier, what are you waiting for?
Corey Graves would be great at Son of a Sins 2 expansion. Seth hit the curb stomp, which means DC should start counting. Instead, DC spends the better part of the next minute checking on Matt. And if Matt is out cold, doesn't that also count as a knockout? What are these rules? Ouch, I feel bad for Matt Riddle here. By climbing the cage, he's damaging his feet. Try climbing a fence barefoot. Trust me, I have, and it fucking hurts. Biting. Seth hits the pedigree on Matt Riddle and demands that DC begin the count. When DC argues back, saying Matt has to be inside the ring, not on the platform, why doesn't Seth just roll him off and send him falling? I'm pretty sure that would work, right? Jesus, Seth is stupid tonight. That was a broton, not a floating bro, but even then, that was super intense. Holy shit, that was scary. And then it turns out this whole thing was just a power outage. This was a return done right. From the Firefly Funhouse puppets coming to life, to the tributes of the late Luke Harper, to the Ethan Hawke from the black phone-looking mask, to that scary house, to Bray Wyatt revealing himself, and that fucking crowd.